as we move into positions of leadership and move up through our careers, how do our communication skills need to change? How do we speak when we go from being in the room to leading the meeting, to managing a team, to representing something larger than ourselves? What communication skills do we need to develop? So that's what we're going to cover today. We'll talk about 3 strategies you can use to speak with impact every single day. And you'll hear me use the phrase public speaking. And many of you may be thinking, well, I don't do public speaking. I give presentations, but I don't do public speaking. I define public speaking as any time you speak to one person or more with some goal. So it's speaking in a meeting, on a phone call. It's WebEx or Teams or Zoom or whatever you're using to connect. It's a small group, a large group. Public speaking happens every single day, which means every single day we have the opportunity to make an impact, hopefully for the better. My core belief is that each one of us has something powerful to say on behalf of ourselves, on behalf of our clients, on behalf of our organization, on behalf of our community. So when I talk about public speaking, it's not just the sales script that you use when you call on a client. Public speaking is about exercising leadership with your voice, using your voice to speak up on behalf of yourself, your clients, your colleagues, your community. And everything we do today is in the service of that mission. Communication, which was number 4 on Melissa's chart, so we're following that order. How do we do that every single day? How do we do that virtually? Because all of these skills will apply when you're speaking virtually. And how do you do that in person? Regardless of whether your role is internal or external, regardless of where you are in your speaking experience. I'm not the only expert here in this room. We are all experts in authenticity because we have it within us. Everyone has experience speaking in their organization, in their region. And so together, I ask you to make this a collaborative, not teamwork, but a collaborative environment where we can learn from one another. And you'll leave here with practical skills you can immediately apply to your next performance review, to your next sales call. If you're an audit and you're pitching the head of a business unit about recommendations to avoid an audit, any role that you hold, you'll be more effective because of your ability to speak with impact. What authority do you need to give yourself before you speak up in a meeting, before you go on that call, before you introduce yourself to someone at a networking event, before you ask for more of a leadership role, ask for more responsibility? Very often, especially when we talk about that amorphous stage of emerging leader, we're often put into situations to test whether we have leadership readiness. And we may not be given the training to be leaders, and yet we're thrown into that opportunity within 9 to 18 months. And when senior leaders bring my team and I in to do leadership development programs, they say one of the ways in which they're gauging your leadership readiness is through your communication skills. So what authority do you need to give yourself before you have the title? Or sometimes even after you have the title, you still question whether you should have gotten the title or not. But you own that authority within you. Put it on like a well-fitting jacket before you turn on that WebEx meeting. Or maybe you can use Zoom now, or Teams, or whatever you're using. And use that in order to step into your own personal authority to speak up, to speak with confidence, and to speak with impact. But this simple technique of speaking with intention focuses you. It makes you more present, and it focuses all your energy on what you're saying or doing. It has nothing to do with the content. You're simply tapping into your best energy. The why you helps you find the right content. But then Speaking with intention helps you deliver it with your best energy. And it's not yelling. 100% intention is not yelling at people. I can speak with 100% intention, and I can whisper. Whatever is natural to you, this is simply bringing that out and being intentional. And when we talk about clarity as a driver of trust, it's not just the language of clarity, it's the clarity of our pronunciation and the intentionality of our words. And it's also consistency, because what you were talking about is making sure that everything about you is communicating the same thing. Your eye contact, your gestures, your energy, your voice, everything was in alignment. And that consistency of message, of the way in which you present, is a driver of trust. Also, if I say one thing and my body says something else, then there's an inconsistency there, right? If I started our session today by saying, "Good morning, everyone. I'm really excited to be here, and we're going to have a great time. I know it's late in the day. Don't worry. I'll get you up and energized, okay?" The inconsistency in my message makes you think, "Oh, no, she's not telling the truth. You don't trust me." So the idea is that I want to make sure every part of me is communicating the same message. Very often, we are unintentionally sending mixed signals to people when we communicate. Our words say one thing, our gestures and tone say another, and that disconnect makes it difficult for people to connect with us. Which is why that why you brings out your authenticity. The intention brings out your best energy, and you can turn it on in an instant. Log into the Zoom call, pause and breathe, speak with intention. Smile because it changes the shape of your face and it makes the words sound more confident, sound more capable. And that's what I've been recommending for 2 years of teaching people how to project their executive presence through a camera lens. Intention and smiling is what takes that warmth and transmits it to the audience. And the more senior we become, again, the more our audience takes their cues from us. So I want to be intentional about how I make you feel.